against us all. But without further ado, I'll pass on the mic to Steve, who will go through some of the main points of the book.
Thank you, Tapio, for that nice introduction, and thank you all for coming, especially at this time and right now. It's glad to have you all here, especially because everyone normally just, well, I can watch it any time I want, right? That old habit, as I suppose, with us all. And I wouldn't expect today to be any different, but apparently for a few of you it is. And so thanks very much for making that extra effort to get here today and that we can have a live conversation and then let it drift when the cameras are off, which are often the even better conversations that you get to have when the pressure of recording isn't upon us all, especially these days. So what I wanted to talk about briefly, so that we could move on to perhaps more exciting times, is to just hit some of the fundamentals of the book, because I think one of the reasons it's good to come over and to be here in Helsinki to talk about it, as well as it might be to speak about it in New York City, is as a general case study, as we look at the West, the problem has numerous kinds of variations, but the problem seems to be everywhere, at least this political one. And that is, what are we going to do about the rise of fascism and various other types of authoritarianism that seem to be tearing through the West at a tremendous velocity? And with the recent turn of the United States, that seems to have only increased that factor in a much surprising and difficult, horrible way. But I want to talk about today one of the crises that I think gets very much ignored, right? Because I count 4 at this point. I'm sure all of you can probably throw in another one if we sat here and reflected on it long enough. But the 4 big ones that I think of right now, the main one being global economic inequality. And if those of you who were at the last event heard me speak a little bit of this already, that this is what I think is really driving the rise of fascism. The amount of desperation that